What is going on, guys? TheLostYeti here, and today we are taking a look back at an oldie but a goodie. We are taking a look at Lego Alpha Team. Lego Alpha Team was originally a puzzle game made way back when, I believe in the year 2000, so 20 years ago. Um, I know for kid audiences, but for me, it was a game that I played a little bit later than that. And anyways, it's a game that I hold very fond of, and it's actually a game I still have to this day in my video game collection. So I thought that it might be a good time to revisit it now, 20 years on, and see how it holds up. 22 years on, but who's counting? So I think for sake of it, we're actually going to hop into a new game here. But I also did create a save file and play through a little bit, just to get the hand of it.
Chief. We've discovered our old foe, Ogle, is up to his dirty tricks again.
Alright, so now we're actually just going to hop right into the tutorial. And we're going
to the training area.
Hey, thank you for that.
Click your mouse button to TV here.
One
at
moment.
Your service.
We actually really don't need
If
this.
at any time during this training session you forget what I've asked you to do, click on me.
We're skipping this. Sorry. I hope you don't have nostalgia specifically in the training mission.
Are trapped inside. We need to rescue them and then shut down the island's main power supply. We're in.
But I feel like many people.
Island, Dash.
Oh, thank you, Ogle.
Visit is a pleasant one. Your friends who dropped in earlier liked it so much they decided to stay permanently. Fool! You'll never open my security doors. Your rescue efforts will be futile.
Okay, now that he's done speaking, we can actually talk. I apologize for that. So, this is the first level, and I will, do the first two levels, and then we'll skip ahead to where I was just playing the other day, because there's no sense in just going through the early levels all by themselves. And I will say I'm not super far into the game anyways, but I thought that it could be good to go back to it. And also, I am playing on a custom resolution, just by doing some fancy-smancy modification of the game file. Thanks to a tutorial online that I will post in the description box down below. But that is how everything I've got running on Windows 10, basically. Because this game, I believe, was just made for Windows. I don't know if it was... Because it was after 97. So what? Just Windows? Windows 2000? No, I think it's just Windows. Anyways, if you want to see how to do this, I'll leave it in the description. Leave a link to it in the description of the tutorial I followed. You'd be responsible for finding the disk image and or the disk for you to play it. But it does make it a lot more playable on Windows 10. What a concept. And the puzzles are actually still pretty okay. I mean,
locked door.
Thank you for that. They're not as hard as I thought they used to be. Although, to be honest, where I am in the story at least takes me still some time to figure out. So, as you guys can kind of see, if you're not familiar with this game, it's essentially like you want to use these walking tiles to position your character to actually traverse the landscape in the most effective way possible using all the tiles. And I believe, at least to my knowledge, there's only one solution for each of these. Hello, I'd like to scoop my butt back, thank you. So traditionally, it just means you move these tiles using the rotate key, trying to line them up the best you can. Again, it's all on grid, so it's not too terrible to try to get just right. And without too much effort, there you go. Then Dash runs through it, and I will say the one thing that is a bit jarring is if he does die or does miss one of these tiles, it goes to like instant cutscene, which has been annoying, and it is something definitely to get used to. But I am still in shock at how thank you how good this game looks. I mean, it's Lego, so it's gonna be blocky naturally, but it looks a lot better than I thought it would.
Keep Dash away from the zombie workers. They will ignore him as long as he doesn't get too close.
It has aged a lot like milk, but that's okay. Well, it aged a lot better than some other graphics on, say, like the PlayStation 1, which would be about that time, or even PlayStation 2 for that matter. And I believe I actually even remember the solution for these puzzles. So don't think that this is like wizardry. This is just, hey, I played this the other day and I remember what the rough solutions were. So if I'm not mistaken, this is one where you want to make him go across here. He won't attack you because thankfully he doesn't see you. He's facing the other direction. You walk on this platform, walk, 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 and each of these are basically just change of direction. And as we get a little bit deeper into the game, there will be things like jumping, trampoline-like items, and those zombie purification circles that were previously mentioned. So I think this is a good example of what the early game is. And I'm not that far into it, but at least I have another character, Crunch, unlocked. So once we get the solution here, we're going to back out of this, go to the main menu, and hop over to my current save file where I'm going to struggle a little bit more with what's going on. If you guys want to see more of this game, obviously, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if any of you guys have played this game. But I think this is going to be one of only my wheelhouse. Fortunately or unfortunately. But now this game is, I suppose, Abandonware, which is kind of crazy to think about. Because they haven't republished it or anything like that in years. I don't even think this is available on...
rolling bomb. You can move the bomb anywhere you want, but you can't pull Crunch off it. Also, find a way for Crunch and Dash to share the jump tile.
To share the jump tile. Good to know. Yeah, so I don't think there's any way for this game to be available on like Steam or anything like that, unfortunately. But that's kind of just how it boils down when you have a game that's a little bit older. So we're going to be surveying our land again. This is a puzzle that I haven't solved yet, and we got to get a little bit creative on. The hint off the bat was that we have to share this bounce pad somehow. Now, just based off of this, right? So this is a lot of guessing and checking, and it's going to get a little jarring here right off the get-go. If I use Crunch, Crunch is the explosive expert, and blow up this pallet here, it's going to let our Alpha Team boyo, Dash, go up the staircase. And then what else does it do for us? Well, Dash doing that would allow... Let's try this, okay? So this is when it gets a little bit jarring. So Crunch actually doesn't go anywhere if I do that. I have to hit him with something. So let's zoom out, see if we have anything else that we can use to hit Crunch, or do we have to physically hit him with our player character? Got a bunch of walking pads, got some stairs. Someone needs to go up to the second level to actually hit the zombie purification circle cube thing. And then we both gotta somehow split the difference here. Now, if I put you in front of you, right? What does that do? Dash runs, gets stuck on the wall. However, Crunch hits that pretty good. And then he would get trapped. Okay, so he... Thank you for that, Ogle. So what I'm thinking here is if Dash bounces off, he's going to go up and around, and then have to go up this staircase. Use this bounce pad, same bounce pad that Crunch is using to hit the explosives, and hopefully land up here. I don't know if that's going to line up right for him to get this guy, but let's see if at least that gets us so far. Both of these guys are using the stairs. He's going to jump. They are going to get stuck. Okay, so I need to move those two panels back more to slow down Dash. Now Dash has to travel a further distance, so he should be ever so slightly off from Crunch. He goes up. He hits that. That's going to open that, and then we just need to use these platforms to redirect him properly. He also is going to jump to his death. My bad. This guy has to be approximately there. This might take a couple tries. First try, though. The Dash is going around. Crunch is going up. He's going over. Look at that timing. Beautiful. Clears the way. Dash goes up. Crunch is good. Dash makes that one. Makes that one. And then we just got to hope that he hits the other plunger. Let's go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And this is a sign of what happens later. Now, if you did get stuck, the game also does have hints, I should say.
We did it!
Yes, we in fact did it. And I've been trying to avoid using the hints.
If a gap is too big for Crunch or Dash to cross, use a platform to fill it in.
Good. I've been trying to avoid using them. But on some of the previous levels, I have had to use them to at least figure out where to start with some of these things. Now, you can actually see some of the other pieces in this segment. So you can see we have the teeter-totter, which essentially can be used to launch projectiles or can be used as a bridge. And then you can also use these guys as bridges as well. So look at that. So that might be what we need to do there. Alright, we now have at least 2 bridges, which I'm assuming is what they want to do here. But then, oh, excuse the camera. Yep, this is practically drunk Yeti trying to do this. How do we want to run this? Dash is going to run straight across, right? He's going to go yeet all the way down. And then here, unfortunately, we have literally 0 control over which way that is. Because realistically, we cannot go this way. If we went this way around, we would have to blow up these crates. Ah, but you know what I can do? You can also use this to hit. You can use it to hit one of those buttons. So if I move these guys over here like this, and excuse me trying to get the camera angle correctly, I believe I could also put this guy down here. Something like that, maybe. Tell me I can't. I mean, they are literally telling me I can't, but I would like to do that. If I use the jump platform here, you can easily jump that, that's fine. Goes around the corner, around the bend. Can he hit crunch? He cannot hit crunch to use crunch. Understood. We're trying to get him to land on the cedar saw. So he does that, and then he keeps going. And that gets us 1 button pressed. And then he jumps to his death. Nice. Very nice. Well, hold up now. Can I hit both of these with the same guy? Like, I don't think that will change the direction of his cart. We might be leaving Dash behind for dead, but if he can drive over it, right? So it doesn't impact his direction. He's going to go hit the button, bounce off, and then go back and hit the other one. Easy. Done. Let's go. That's probably not the way you're supposed to solve it, but it is the way that we decided to solve it.
We did.
Yes, we in fact did it.
Help Dash and Crunch punch their way through this room. Crunch will need to hit both plungers by himself.
Oh, that would have been helpful on the last one. Okay, so logically, right? Logically, Dash goes, hits 1 plunger. This plunger extends, hits the next plunger. Then goes to get this. He's going to go here. I can't see anything. Excuse me. Hello, Mr. Shark. We extend our walking platform by 1. We then jump really fancily. Does that make sense? Here. Then do that because that makes sense. Also, there's got to be a slide involved with a large platform. Knew it. That is exactly how that goes. So that works like that, right? And then he jumps. The reason why he jumps is he's going to jump over this platform. He's going to jump over this, land on the ground, hit that button. Then he's going to bounce back. And then we don't need that one because he's just going to go hit it. But for style points, we're going to put this here so he jumps over that guard, just in case. And that's the solution right there. First try. I probably messed up, like, at least half of these alignments, so that's okay. Bounce. Full height bounce. Look at that. Lands on the slide. Goes down slide. Jumps over it. Yep. Doesn't need the first time. Bounces back. Jumps over the guard. messes up on the guard. Okay, listen. The solution is here. Right, first try. So, that punches across, does whatever, then blows up the platform. Crunch falls. Crunch walks, jumps, trampolines, then lands for the slide in only the best fashion way possible. Jumps over the platform the first way, hits the plunger, goes back, jumps over zombie guy, then turns and hits the other plunger, and we win. Let's freaking go.
We did it!
But I think that gives you guys an idea of what LEGO Alpha Team used to be. Unfortunately, that's where we're going to call this one. I apologize if it's a little bit short, but you guys get it. If you guys want to try the game for yourself, I highly recommend it. And I will leave a... Oh, the game has decided to continue. Oh, this is my replay. So, yeah. So, I'll leave a link to the tutorial I used to install the game down below. If you want to play yourself, I'm sure you could find either a copy of the ISO or a disc to actually play it for yourself. But do so at your own risk, obviously, with anything like that. But yeah, guys, as always, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I hope to catch you guys in the next episode on the channel. See you guys then.